Good morning, and welcome to today's service. I'm Ren Gibbs, and I'll be chairing for today. Thank you for coming out this morning. I'd like to start with the meditation or reflective reading, so would everyone please rise? Happiness follows sorrow, sorrow follows happiness. When one no longer discriminates between happiness and sorrow, a good deed and a bad deed, one is able to realize freedom. The Dhammapada. Namamida Butsu. Namamida Butsu. Namamida Butsu. Please be seated. We will now have sutra chanting led by Sensei, which will be Junirai on page 49.
Keishu tenin shokugyo Amida Ryodoku Son Sai Mimyo Anako Muryo Bushi Shu Inil Onjiki Jinyo Nyoten no Shamata Gyobu Ryomoku Jonyoku Kyorenge Koga Chorai Mida Son Menzen Enjonyo Mangats Iko Yunyo Ten Ichigats Shonyo Tenku Kushila Koga Chorai Mida Thon Kannon Shodai Konchuju Shuju Meitho Ho Thyogon No Bukugedo Makeuman Oga Chorai Mida Son Mubi Muku Kofyojo Shutoku Keuket Nyokoku Shothari Yaku Toku Jivai Koga Chorai Mida Son Jippo Myomon Botha Shu Muryo Shoma Ryo Thandan Isho Shujo Gan Rikiju Hoga Chorai Mida Son Ontai Hoken Chishoke Then Gon Shoujo Meudaiza O Iza Jonyoten no Koga Chorai Mida Son Jippo Shorai Shobushi Kengen Jinzu Shi Anrak Sengo Sangen Jokugyo Hoga Chorai Mida Son Shou Mujo Mungato Yakunyo Tuiga Den Yoro Ishu Seppo Mumyoji Koga Chorai Mida Son Hi Son Bu 무악묘 약문 연인 악도후 슈닌 시신 교희선 거가 초라의 미다선 희선 무료호변교 무우쇼슈 악구치시기 어려후 다시보다 거가 초라의 미다선 가세튼 희선 그덕구지 슈젠 무헨 요카이 수이 쇼약그 젠곤 쇼조샤 에세슈 조 쇼히호 남만다부 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 간니시쿠도쿠 묘도 세이사이 돈모나이신 온요 나만나 부르만나 나만나부 나만나부 나만나 부르만나 나무아미다 붓수 나무아미다 붓수 나무아미다
Lungini's Garden, page 117. Please rise and please stay standing after for a reflective recitation by Sensei.
Our next reading will be the Golden Chain, and I think that's on the screen for you, or page 8 if you're using the book we have gladly taken from OCBC. The Golden Chain, please join with me. I am a link in Amita's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. May I be kind and gentle to every living thing. and protect all who are weaker than myself. May I think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
A message by sense.
Well, good morning, and thank you for attending this service, whether in person or through the internet. And we are going to honor our graduates today, those who could be here today, which included Rennie and Gibbs, and we were thinking Winston Clark would be here. He's in the back. I can't see that far. Hello there, Winston and family. Thank you for being here. And also, we want to honor those who could not be here. Winston and Ren could be here today. Nicholas Masumoto could not be here, or not only an accomplished scholar now, but as we know, an accomplished pitcher in the game of baseball. As always, I must thank our friend Alan Goto for videography and the tech support, Kathy Kumagai for assisting on the tech support and also playing the organ. For chairing the service, I have my wife Kyoko Kora Gibbs and my son Ren Ian Gibbs. I thank you for doing that. Kyoko also took care of the flowers. Those of you who are here during the week, one of the things you start to realize is that the longer I work on a Dharma message, the shorter it gets. So fortunately, I worked a long time on this one. Now, our graduates have moved from a condition of lesser clarity to a condition of greater clarity. Greater clarity and understanding is what the educational process can bring to us. Winston and Ren and Nick have all moved to greater knowledge, clarity, to greater illumination. Moving into greater illumination is what education is all about. Moving into greater illumination is what Buddhist spirituality is all about. And that's my theme today, moving into the brightness, moving out of the darkness. And also, of course, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of you who are fathers or uncles or mothers. Happy Father's Day to everyone who has helped to nurture a child. We are, each of us, either or both fathers or the children of fathers. So it is a special day for all of us. My father was a good man, not perfect, and not even especially good at being a father. That wasn't his strong suit. But I would not be here without him. I wouldn't be able to move into the radiance and out of the dimness if not for my father and my mother. If they had not brought me into this world and nurtured me and educated me at home before I even got into the schooling. I learned to read by my mother like most older people. I guess some young people learn to read in school, but I learned to read from my mother, and then in school I learned to sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat. And they caught up to my mom in about the middle of first grade. Now the light in this room, you know, we have a member of the family looking into this, but it's going to take decades. But the light in this room is not all the same age. And some of the light in this room right now is about 8 minutes old. And some of it is very, very old. We're not sure how old yet. But it all came from the sun. The light in this room, some of it came from the sun about 8 minutes ago, and some of it came from the sun quite a bit before that. Now, light is a crucial model of awakening, a model for understanding the enlightening process which Amida Buddha is drawing us into. It is a matter of becoming more luminous and less dark. So if I may, I will read regarding Amida Buddha sending light into our lives, Amida Buddha sending the light of wisdom transformatively into our lives. Shinran, a number of things about this illumination, this light. Everywhere casts light immeasurable, boundless, unhindered, unequaled. Amida is the light lord of all brilliance. Amida sends forth pure light. From the Buddha we receive joyful light, the light of wisdom, light that is constant, light inconceivable, light beyond speaking, light exceeding the light of the sun and the moon. Amida Buddha sends forth light illumining countless worlds. The multitudes of beings all receive this radiance. This is from the Shoshinge. So light is very important in particularly the Pure Land stream of Mahayana Buddhism. It's not just a metaphor, it's not just a symbol, it's a model. It grabs a piece of what we're talking about. There is isomorphism. There's a sameness of structure in the reality and in our talking about it. Now, mildly related topic. This is something ministers always do. A mildly related matter. Recently, about a few months ago, we put a print of a calligraphy up in the annex. The first thing you see to your left as you walk in the annex. And that calligraphy, it's a print, but it's a print from Shonyo Shonin, the current chief abbot of our denomination's grandfather. And he's the one in the last 5, 6 generations of Gomonshu of head priests that is said to have had the best hand, the best calligraphy. And so it's, even though it's just a print, it's quite a lovely calligraphy. And that calligraphy reads, Mu Ryo Ko, Mu Ryo Ko. Mu is not, Ryo is measurable, and Ko is light. Light that's not measurable. So my more fluid English translation, light beyond measure. And that little caption, light beyond measure translation, was just added a couple weeks ago beneath the calligraphy. This is what we're talking about, being drawn into light beyond measure. It is illumination which we seek in the Buddhist religion, in the educational process. Educating ourselves about the world is seldom one smooth upward journey. I changed undergraduate majors 3 times and graduate majors 3 times. It's not a smooth, even process sometimes. Being drawn into the light and compassion of the Buddha is not always a smooth ascension into radiance. We still have little bumps in the road, as Ken Tanaka-sensei puts it. Our denominational founder, Shinran, spoke of the paradox of having encountered a light beyond speaking while still finding oneself to stumble about in what is only partial clarity. So I'm going to read now. One of several places he writes this. This passage is his own rewording of a passage by Genshin 300 years earlier. So this is about 1,000 years old now. And this is one of 3 places Shinran writes it. He writes it when he's 52 in his masterwork. In his 80s, he wrote it in 2 other books of his. He wrote in Japanese language. And he told, I don't know how they found it out, but it is said to have been his choice for his gravestone. It is embossed on his headstone at Otani Hongyo. So this is very important to Shinran. I'll read it with you and go over it briefly, but I'll read it. The light of all-embracing compassion always illumines and protects us. The darkness of ignorance has already been destroyed by it. Still, the clouds and mists of greed, desire, and anger, and enmity, they continually cover the sky of the truth of faith. Yet, just as the sunlight is obstructed by the clouds, there is light, and there is no darkness. So again, this is Shinran raising a passage from Genshin Shonin. And while I refer to them as Genshin's remarks, they were very important again. Shinran wrote it he quoted this passage in his own rewording 3 times in his written works and is said to have asked it be put on his headstone when he was buried. Now we took the passage from the Shoshinge, and in the Shoshinge it's in verse form, breaks down into 3 couplets that I'll go over in minor detail with you. Shinran starts out by telling us the light of all-embracing compassion always illumines and protects us. The darkness of ignorance has already been destroyed by it. So what really needs to be done has been done. The big thing that needs to be done has already been accomplished by the Buddha, by the realm of enlightenment itself, by a wonderful nurturing source of light. The big thing that needed to be done is establishing an inexhaustible store of wisdom and soothing compassion. So how come things are still so rough for many of us sometimes? Well, we're living in a burning house. We've been told that before. We're living in a burning house. We're treading water in a tsunami. Human life is a disaster area. Biological life is a disaster area. When you're in a disaster zone and help is provided by sources beyond your own resources and powers, there's still the process. There's still the process of distributing the replenishments. It can be disconcerting when a liberating force is here. The liberating force is here. The supplies are being unloaded. But I'm still this somewhat uncomfortable, troublesome, annoying person I always was. And I still feel like I'm in a crisis zone. So this brings us to the second couplet of Shinran's verse. And he writes, "But still the clouds and mists, desire, anger, and enmity continually cover the sky, nonetheless." Just as the sunlight is obstructed by the clouds and mists, below them it is light and there is no darkness. So that is Shinran's conclusion. There is no darkness. It's just, and we've had this kind of weather quite a bit these days. When you look up at the sky, there's no sun, there's no illumination. It's all just gray and murky. But we can still see. There's enough light here. We can still get by. And that's what Shinran is telling us it's like to be drawn into the light by the Buddha. It's going to be all right. All will be well, and all will be well, and every manner of thing will be well. Shinran encourages us to understand we have been shown the way. The darkness has been broken by the promise of liberation for all living things. Amida Buddha's vow is a promise of liberation for all living things. So, again, reading, yet the sunlight is obstructed by clouds or mists. Despite that, below them, it is light and there is no darkness. We can see our way. We can hear the Buddha's reassuring call, Namo Amida Butsu. We are not trapped in darkness. Despite the clouds of ignorance, despite the mists of our tribulations, we can see. We know who and what we are. We know where we're going. We have a sense of that luminosity that is drawing us towards us. We have a sense of what that luminosity drawing us towards us truly is. We have enough light. There is adequate brightness. To continue, always forward. We have enough to be going on with. Our graduates have moved into greater clarity and understanding, and we are proud of what they have accomplished. Now, they each had fathers and mothers who helped them make this possible. Congratulations to our graduates. Congratulations. Happy Father's Day to the fathers and to their fathers and my father and all of the fathers. And happy Juneteenth to everyone. That's tomorrow. May we move into the light that is liberating all living beings and participate in liberating all living beings from all forms of slavery. On that note, may I close in Gassho. Those who are of a mind to, please join me in the saying of the Buddha's name a few times. We rely upon the source of limitless wisdom and endless life. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sensei, for that enlightening and reassuring message. Now we will have our closing reflective reading led by me. Let me find it. Hold up. Okay. Oh yeah. May everyone please rise. He who is influenced by likes and dislikes cannot rightly understand the significance of circumstances and tends to be overcome by them. He who is free from attachments rightly understands circumstances, and to him all things become new and significant. The Dhammapada. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Please be seated. Now it's time for announcements. Do I have any?
Well, the first announcement is we're just going to go right into acknowledging our graduates. Are we not? We're going to proceed directly into the acknowledgement of our graduates. I'm going to present a book and what? Okay, yeah, we're going to announce the names, then watch a brief slideshow of our graduates, and then we will be presenting a certificate from the bishop and also a book. So, Alan, I think it's time for the slideshow. We are going to honor here Winston Clark, Nicholas Masumoto, and Ren Ian Gibbs.
This is where the chapter ends. A new one now begins. Time has come for letting go. The hardest part is when you know all of these years when we were here are ending. But I'll always remember. This is where the chapter ends. A new one now begins. Time has come for letting go. The hardest part is when you know all of these years when we were here are ending. But I'll always remember we have had the time of our lives. And now the pages turn. The stories we write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. It's hard to walk away from the best of days, but if it has to end, glad you have been my friend in the time of our lives. Where the water meets the land, there is shifting in the sand, like the tide that ebbs and flows. Memories will come and go. All of these years when we were here are ending, but I'll always remember we have had the time of our lives. And now the pages turn, the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives. as we were right. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind.
Thanks to Kyoko for putting that together. And yeah, Kathy Kumagai helped her with that. So I'm going to ask for your help. I guess Heather's also going to. Do you have something pass? No? No? Aya does. Okay, yeah, Aya will have a. I saw you carrying something earlier, sorry. Yeah, Aya has a remembrance from the Dharma school. We will present a copy of the teaching of the Buddha from the temple and a certificate again from the Bishop of the Buddhist Churches of America, Reverend Marvin Harada. So, if I may, I'll ask you to come forward too. So again, we have 3 graduates this season that we know of, and one, unfortunately, Nicholas Kenzo Masumoto could not be here today. We will get the certificate and the remembrances to him later. So if I may, I will start with Winston Clark. Graduating from Glendale High School. Great shirt. And Aya has something for you too. Yeah, no. Anybody want to take photos? Go ahead. We hang around for a long time. Yeah, someone might want a photo. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you, Winston. We're very pleased to help here. And next, we will call forward Ren Ian Gibbs. Certificate. And then your mom has one of the books. How about, yeah, Yasuo doesn't want to come forward, no? Yeah, let's get Winston's mom in too. Oh, let me get you two first. Oh. We'll break that in. It's a different component groups here. Yay! Okay, thank you. And then we'll get the everybody.
So unfortunately, Nick couldn't. Yes, he's graduating actually today. I have a short message from him, so let me read it for him. He's graduating from the UC San Diego with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. He is looking forward to the new challenges and opportunities that he will be encountering in the next phase of his life. He'll try to stay active in the temple. Thank you. This was actually a message from Lynn Masumoto, who's a proud of mom. Thank you. Ren, would you like to give a short?
Oh wait, I thought he's doing his own thing too. Yeah. Okay. So I graduated high school. Woo! And I'm a yeah. Woo! I'd like to thank sincerely everyone here at the temple. The community has been here with me since I was like in middle school, and it really would not have been the same. I think I've really been supported by the community here in all sorts of ways. And though I've helped and stuff here, I think I'm going to continue to try to give back as I come back from like college and stuff. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello. Eh? Oh, Nihongo de? Huh? What? No. Okay, okay, so thank you everybody. I graduated high school. Woo! um, yeah, I was not always here for like the service and stuff, but I was always here for like all like the events and stuff, all like this junior YBL and stuff like that. That was always memories that I think I'll cherish forever. Like there's a, like you said, and yeah, it's just something that I don't think I could ever forget, and it was like some of the best moments of my high school career, I think. So thank you.
Well, thank you again. Do we want to do announcements? We got a Obon Festival on the 23rd of July. Please be here for that. Anything else we really need to tell people today? Cleanup this coming Saturday, general cleanup Saturday the 24th. Please come out and help us if you can. If you get here early enough, there'll be food. And so we're going to start about 9. So cleanup on Saturday. We'll be here again for a service on Sunday. And we sure want you to be here on the 23rd of July for our Obon Festival. Again, thanks to our staff, Kathy Kumagai, Kyoko Okura Gibbs, Alan Goto, for producing the service, and Winston Clark and Ren Ian Gibbs for helping to chair the service. And congratulations to Winston Clark and Ren Gibbs for graduating. Yeah.
Just wanted to welcome Winston's grandma from Japan visiting. Winston のおばあちゃんです。日本から来てくださいました。ようこそ。We will be celebrating graduates with cakes. Dharma School and Aya generously provided. So please stay, and it will be in the classroom. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Again, my name is Marvin Inoue. Again, I'm a volunteer down at JANM. I just want to let you know that Friday was the grand opening of the metro station in Little Tokyo. And this whole weekend, because of Juneteenth, I think also rides on now what was called the Gold Line. My wife says is now the A line. It goes from Azusa all the way to Long Beach. And all rides this weekend are free. So you can get on and go to Little Tokyo and come back. So just wanted to let you know about that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming out to today's service. We're done, right? Yeah. Please come over. Thank you. Thank you.